Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Helen Odoma. I'm a lawyer by profession, majoring in corporate law and currently trying to migrate into tech. In today's video, we're going to be talking about all the possible entities that you can register under the Companies and Allied Matters Act. Okay, so before we get into today's business, if you are a lawyer, you are a law student, you are a student of the Nigerian Law School, you are a law student in any of the Nigerian university, you are a chartered accountant student, you're a chartered accountant, or you are a student trying to become a chartered accountant, you're an economist, you're an accountant, you're a business person, you're someone that wants to understand business in the Nigerian business space, or you're someone that just want to know how the regulations of business law in Nigeria. So you might want to stick to this channel, because on this channel I'm going to be talking about all the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act as it relates to doing business in Nigeria and its application to real life situations. So this is not just going to be how to do your business or how to get your business registered with CAC, but we are going to be talking about the nitty-gritty of the provisions of CAMA and how it relates to doing business in Nigeria. So yeah, having said that, we're going straight into today's business. Today's video is focused on the possible entities that you can register under the with the Corporate Affairs Commission as provided for under the Companies and Allied Matters Act. A brief background knowledge to that. The Companies and Allied Matters Act is the law that regulates doing business in Nigeria. It's the law that regulates registration of corporate entities, business entities, or any form of legal entity with the Corporate Affairs Commission. That same law, CAMA, also instituted the Corporate Affairs Commission as the commission to execute the provision. So you have CAMA providing all the laws, and then you have CAC executing and regulating the provisions of the law. And then where the law allows them, they also make their own internal regulations to regulate the loopholes or the lacunas in the provisions of the law. So yeah, having said that, the Companies and Allied Matters Act provide for 5 entities with which you can register and do business or do any form of corporate activity with the CAC. The Companies and Allied Matters Act provide for 5 entities that you can register with the CAC and do business with or carry out any form of corporate activities with. So I'll go straight to list the 5 of them. You have the company, you have business name, you have limited partnership, you have limited liability partnership, and then you have incorporated trustee. These are the 5 entities that you can register with CAC and then do your business under them, depending on the kind of business that you want to do. So in subsequent video, I'm going to be taking each of these entity and explaining them in details, and then their suitability for the kind of business activities that you want to carry out. So I'm going to be taking each of them, their suitability, when you should choose to use a company, a limited liability partnership, or any of this provision. But this video is solely focused on highlighting the different types of entity that the law has provided for. A lot of persons are not even aware that we now have limited liability partnership and then limited partnership. So these are the new addition to the 3 that we are all familiar with, which is company, business name, and incorporated trustee. So I'll just give a brief highlight on each of them, and then in subsequent video we will go into details. So number 1, company. Company is divided into 2 types. We have private company and then we have public company. Beyond the private and public company is also an extension of another division. So under the private and public company, there are also different types. We have private company limited by shares. That's the one that we are all very familiar with, that you can easily register and do your business as a private person. And then we have public company limited by shares. That's the one that you get to hear a lot about in the news. So you see public quoted companies. Those are the type of public limited by shares. In subsequent video, we get to discuss them. And then we have company limited by guarantee. A lot of us are not very familiar with this. This is another type of company. By its behavior and description, it's called a company limited by guarantee because the liability of members is limited by the amount that they guarantee to contribute in case of winding up. Yeah, so we'll explain in details in subsequent video. And then you have the unlimited company. So you have public and private unlimited company. Unlimited company are companies that the liability of members is unlimited. Okay, so it's another type of company. So under company, you have these different types divided into private and public. Next is business name. Business name, like I talked about in my last video, is another type of entity that you can register to do business with. You can register your business name as a sole proprietor, or you can register it with 2 persons or more as a partnership. And in business name, you cannot have more than 20 persons, under the partnership kind of business name. Next is limited liability partnership. The limited liability partnership is a new introduction into the CAMA with the amendment of 2020. Limited liability partnership is a type of entity, like the name implies, is a form of partnership, but the liabilities of members or the liabilities of partners is limited, by what they have all agreed in the partnership agreement. And also, limited liability partnership behaves like a limited company, limited company by shares. So it's a legal entity of its own, separate legal entity from the partners, from the members who are partners of that partnership. And then you have limited partnership. Limited partnership is behaves like the business name. Limited partnership, by the definition of CAMA, is a kind of partnership that has at least 2 partners. You have a general partner, you must have a general partner and a limited partner. In this case, the general partner is liable, for all the debts and liabilities of the partnership. So I think that's a slight difference between the limited partnership and business name partnership, as it were. And then next is the incorporated trustee. Incorporated trustee, it's the entity with which we register, or that the law allows you to register organizations that are not profit driven. So you have the non-governmental organizations, you have your associations, you have your community development association, just all your non-governmental organizations that are geared towards other kind of development but not profit making are registered under incorporated trustee. You also have religious organizations like churches, mosques, and all kinds of religious organizations. They are to be registered under the incorporated trustee. So yeah, these are the entities that are available for you to register your organization or businesses under, as provided for in CAMA. So in subsequent video, we are going to take each of these entities and explain them in details, and then also talk about their suitability. At what point should you choose a company? Should you choose a limited liability partnership, a limited partnership, a business name, or an incorporated trustee? So yeah, if this video was informative or brought you some value, please like, share, and let me know what you think about this effort. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video.